Hello, this is Mycael, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Cloverbook Pro. So first off, I love that the stand is built into this and that it has a carrying handle on the back. So I will show you real quick. So on the back, this handle lifts up and you can carry it like so. And this folds up. So it's like carrying a small laptop. So portability, if you don't have your case, is phenomenal. I believe this has 3 hours of battery life, and it of course runs continuously if it's plugged in, and that's how you would charge this. Power cord is on the left post. That's also where your power button is, so they're on the same side, which I like. And this right post is your distance camera, which I'll show you later. And then when you unfold the device, so that you're actually using it, there's a variety of ports on the left side. You've got USB-C, HDMI, SD cards. That's so you can connect this to a variety of products, like if you need it connected to your monitor or your television, all kinds of products. The only buttons on this side are what looks like a swirly arrow circle thing, and that is so you can toggle between the distance mode or the bottom near mode. And the blue button is to take a picture. I will not be covering all that because I don't know enough about how that works. And then on the right side you have a headphone jack and your volume up and down. And I have to dig in the manual later, but there's two other buttons here, a AFL and an orange button. I think they're related to settings or if you're using this with a computer. And then on the front you have your home button, your contrast knob, your zoom knob, your text-to-speech button, and this orange knob thing is if you're in the settings, you can use it as a tactile menu selector. This is fully touchscreen though as well. So as we always do in our videos, I'm going to power this on so you can see how long it takes. You hold the power button for about 3 seconds, and you see it said Sight Care and flashed for a second, and now the device is on. I will put some under it so you can see. This is indeed on. It will look like a black screen at first because the stand is black, so don't worry. Just hold something under it. We've got Chandra's usual crushed pepper, and it is tap to focus, I believe. And you can zoom in. My only complaint on the zoom in, it beeps at you if you get all the way. My one complaint about the zoom in is that it does not tell you 2x, 4x, 6x, it's more just a scrolly bar. And then it has all of the usual contrast settings as well. So you can see the camera's pretty decent. I have it angled a little weird just so I can show you on the GoPro. But this will stop at a normal up and down menu. So you can angle this however you want. You see it goes very, very far either direction. So for reading materials, you see we've got Chandra's box of pudding, and it seems to be picking it up okay, because the only reading material it came with is their manual, and we all know their manuals are always made to be perfect for their products. So as you can see, the contrast has your normal, your high contrast white on black, your dark mode, your yellow on black, your black on yellow, your white on blue, your green on black, and your black on green, and your purple on black, and then back to regular. And of course, like all these devices, you can turn those off in the settings. So the only other thing I want to show you that I like on this, for the as far as the near view goes, is I want to show you the text to speech. So they have, it's a little tactile, it could be a little more raised in my opinion. They have kind of a groove going around this stand, and that's to help you line up your reading material. But if you hold the rightmost button, it has a T and looks like a speech bubble. For about 3 seconds, it will go into text-to-speech mode, where you have light on or off. I always leave it on, and you have the text button. So I'm going to position it, and we're going to see how this goes.
Full page text-to-speech.
So you tap the text-to-speech, and this is a product manual, so it's probably going to look a little messy, but we'll see how it does. So it took about 2 seconds to scan it. And then you can see I have picture, which is this orange P. And if I was to press it, it went away on me. You can hit the home button if the menu goes away. If you press that orange P, it can toggle between a text mode and a picture mode. So you can see when I switch it to text mode, it has taken out the image that was on here and all the graphical stuff, and it's just the text that it picked up. Then I'm going to hit the text button, and it's going to read it out loud.
Cloverbook Lite. Video magnifier.
And that's all there is to the text-to-speech mode. It's not perfect, but yeah, it does do a decent job, and there's a ton of settings if you want to configure that. The other mode that this has that I love on it is if we raise the right post, and I toggle to distance mode. You have to get out of text-to-speech to do this.
Distance view.
You hear it said distance view. I am now changing it to use this camera here instead. So you can see me on the screen, and I can point it, see the mirror. So the fact that this has a distance mode and a near view mode, it's basically combining a transformer and a CCTV into one product. I'd say it does both average, like it's not the best, it's not the worst, but this product ranges for about $2,700 to $3,000 depending on if you get the second screen or not, which I will talk about in my next video. But just so you know, in this one, there is a second screen that you can purchase with this. It costs about $300. And what that will allow you to do is how I have, right now it can only do distance or near view on this screen. You can have both simultaneously. So you could have distance on one screen, near view on the other. So if you're in a classroom setting, you can be watching the teacher and the board on one screen while you have your notes or reading material or book down below. Hope this helps. And I will include links down below. Thank you for Palmer Vision for letting us borrow this product.